Ravens fans, we are live. With Emily Kelley, a women's track and field athlete. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
First to kick things off. So you're a thrower. You cover all the events, don't you? In terms of the throwing.
Yes, I throw shot put and discus, and I throw the hammer, and I throw the weight too.
There you go. You got all of them. Okay. So to begin with the interview, we can go into some of the questions that we went through on our Spotlight Raven series yesterday. First, tell me your major and your minor.
So I'm an elementary education major with a Spanish minor.
Okay. And then, who is your inspiration and why?
My inspiration is probably my family. My mom, my dad, they're big supporters for me. And I know that they worked really hard to get me to the place that I am today, and I don't know what I'd be doing without either of them.
All right. Just lost my spot. What is your driving force / motivation?
My driving force / motivation would definitely be, at least for my career, it would definitely be just being able to be there for the children. I am a huge fan of getting to lead people, and that is my way of being a leader in the community.
Okay. Ties pretty well into kind of the Anderson ideals, I would think.
Yeah.
What is your favorite aspect about sports and why?
For me, track is a different beast in itself because it's pretty independent, but it's also very much a team thing. The biggest aspect to me that like draws me in is not just being competitive win or lose. Like, those are your best friends. Those are your family that you've created and really molded.
Yeah, that's definitely one of my one of the things I really like in terms of the track and field, the cross country, those kind of areas. What is your favorite non-athletic memory at Anderson?
Definitely becoming a fiance and future wife. I was proposed to on campus in February, and so that's always going to be a big memory of mine.
Mm-hmm. And then tell me about your favorite athletic memory at Anderson.
That's hard. There's so many. For me personally, I actually didn't do track in high school, so just being recruited at all was a huge memory of mine because I mean, all 4 years I ended up being an athlete and being pretty successful in my sport. So, yeah, just the fact of being able to be in track is the greatest memory I'll have of college and as a student athlete.
And then, what are your favorite hobbies?
My all-time favorite hobby, I play piano and I sing. I do play a little guitar, but I'm not very good, so mostly just piano. It's actually stress relieving for me, so I like to get with friends and have little music nights.
Do you make time for those kind of things now with the with everyone in the social distancing?
Yeah, it's a little boring, but on boring nights, like late in the evening when my family, we watched all the movies, we're finished with the Netflix series, sometimes I'll start playing piano and they'll try to guess what I'm playing. Like, I'll pick random songs because I can play pretty much anything.
There you go. And then, what is a little known but amazing fact about yourself?
I have two. One, I'm a master at pogo sticking, and the other, I can talk with my mouth shut.
Do you care to show us?
I won't show you the pogo sticking just because it's cold out, but yes, I will begin the alphabet for you. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, That's as far
There you
as I
go.
know.
And it came in clear as a bell. So why did you choose Anderson?
So I went to a really big high school, one of the largest in the state, actually, Ben Davis. It's pretty diverse and more of a city setting. So Anderson is a big contrast for me, and I was kind of drawn to that. I wanted a smaller, like, slow-paced school. It feels very country, as weird as that to me, being on campus, because there's a lot of trees, and I'm not used to, like, big, huge trees and hills and valleys and flowers, just being on my walk to class. So it was definitely a change of pace for me, and I thought that was really interesting. And also the Christian atmosphere is a big deal to me.
All right. What is your favorite class and why?
Oh, my favorite class all time had to definitely be, I've already taken it, teaching PE. As being an elementary teacher, I never thought that I would enjoy that because it's very active, very like running, and kids are all over the place. But it was so fun, and Doc Jones did a great job. We would practice activities to do with the kids and pretend like we were the kids. So that was just a blast, seeing everybody, doing all these kids activities with the parachute and the hula hoops. It was so much fun.
All right. Who is your favorite professor and why?
My favorite professor was Professor Winneman. She, not only is she a good teacher, professor, but she is really caring, really loving, very open. You could just go to her with anything, not just school-related things, but if you had a stressful week, she's just very understanding, very caring, loving, always open to talk. She's just a great person altogether. She's like, no offense, the grandma I've always wanted to have. She's great.
All right. And then what are your plans after college?
So I've actually been interviewing all week this week with schools around the greater Indianapolis area. But I'm going to teach elementary, probably upper elementary, third and upgrade, and up to be specific. I'm hoping to use my Spanish a little more, too, which is why I chose to be more in the city. But yeah, I'm looking at schools right now, just weighing my options.
All right, and best of luck with that.
Thank you.
What do you want your lasting legacy to be in Anderson?
My lasting legacy, I hope that everybody who met me remembers me as a nice person and someone that they could always come to and remain friends with for a long, long time, because that's what I felt like I left everyone with, that I met, and I want to be friends with everyone because everybody that I encountered was great in my classes, in track, everything. I just hope that they remember me the same way that I remember them.
Okay, and then going into the second part of questions, kind of the more of the teammate-oriented type of questions. We have so first, who on the team is the best dressed?
Best dressed? Definitely Mariah Murray. She always looked nice. Track, it's kind of hard. It's like when you're at sports, it's like we all have the same uniform on. But just around campus, I always thought, like, oh my gosh, she's just the cutest outfit on today.
Who on the team is the best dancer?
I'm going to have to say Alfonso. He's probably the only one I've seen dance, but he's pretty good. I'm not even lying.
Who on the team is the joker, prankster, best sense of humor?
This year? Probably Alfonso. He's always... Oh, no, Drew. Drew's funny. Well, Alfonso's funny, too. Don't get me wrong. But Drew, he's always trying to crack jokes. And they are funny. They're always at the wrong times, which makes it even worse. Even funnier.
Who on the team is the most outgoing?
Noelle Lawler. She always has a smile on her face. She actually, in the indoor conference meet, I was waiting to throw, and she ran by me, and I was like, "Go, Noelle!" And she literally smiled at me in the middle of her race. That's just how, like, bubbly and outgoing she is. She's a joy to be around.
Who on the team is the best trash talker?
Oh, I don't even know. Probably Alfonso. I don't know.
And then who on the team is the pregame DJ? Or the closest thing to it?
Again, I would have to say Alfonso. I feel like if we had the opportunity to be on a big bus and control the tunes, he would definitely be on it first. Just knowing.
Mm-hmm. But I know that when he was talking on kind of these type of things yesterday, where it's a little bit different. The culture's a little bit different in track and field. It's not like the whole locker room vibe. But I mean, still all the camaraderie and everything.
Definitely.
Going into our final segment of questions, we start. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Hands down, it would have to be Greece. I'm a history buff, so going to Athens would be just the coolest thing ever. And there's beaches and mountains, and it's just beautiful. From the pictures I've seen, I haven't been yet. I want to go there so bad.
Okay. What is your favorite movie?
Breakfast at Tiffany's with Audrey Hepburn, and that's because I love Audrey Hepburn. So honestly, it'd be any Audrey Hepburn movie, but that's a classic that people know, so that's why I picked it.
Okay. What is your lucky number?
7. I've always been number 7, so 7.
And then, what is your secret talent?
Secret talent, probably, as I mentioned before, pogo sticking, talking with my mouth closed, singing, because I don't really sing on campus at all, but I've sang in church my whole life, so.
Okay. If you could have any animal as a pet, what would it be?
An otter. They're so cute.
What is your favorite TV show?
Cheers. If you haven't watched Cheers, you need to watch Cheers. It's so funny. Okay? It is so funny. And it just, even though it's like an older show, like it is hilarious and it's still relevant. So it's really good.
And then finally, have you traveled outside of the country? If so, where?
I actually traveled a ton. This past summer, I studied abroad in Costa Rica, so I lived there for 2 months. That was amazing. I've been to England, which was also amazing. I've been to Trinidad, and I've been to Canada a few times because I have family that actually lives like right on the border in Michigan, so we go every summer to Canada.
Okay. What hobby would you get into if time weren't an issue?
Oh, a hobby. If time weren't an issue and I were to pick a hobby, it would probably be, it's kind of a hard thing. Traveling for sure. I think that would, like, if money and time were an issue, that would be what I picked, because I just want to travel the world and learn everything about history and the culture, because that's fun to me.
Okay, and then finally, if you could turn an activity into an Olympic sport, what would you have a good chance at winning a medal for?
Oh, definitely pogo sticking. I could literally pogo stick all day. I can pogo stick with no hands. So maybe next time if we go live, you should. If it's warm out and we go live, I will pogo stick with no hands for everyone. I'm really good.
All right, I think that's that covers all of my questions, unless you've got any others that you want to cover.
Not any that I can think of.
All right. Well, this is thank you again, Emily, for joining us today. Thank you, Ravens fans, for tuning in. We'll be live again for tomorrow's feature of the Ravens Spotlight series. So we will see you tomorrow.
Bye.